Samantha smoothed her dress, her heart pounding like a drum solo. A mix of nerves and excitement bubbled inside her. Jake seemed perfect online. Charming, funny, a handsome marathon runner. But meeting in person, that was always the gamble. Samantha, a self-proclaimed curvy queen, had been burned before. This time felt different, though. This time she dared to hope. They chose Miller's Steakhouse, a classic for a reason. Samantha loved the warm, inviting atmosphere. Arriving early, she chose a table by the window, the soft glow of the setting sun casting a warm hue. As she waited, butterflies danced in her stomach. What if he didn't show up? What if the connection wasn't there? Taking a deep breath, she reminded herself to relax. This was just a date, a chance to connect. The bell above the door chimed, announcing a new arrival. Samantha's breath hitched. It was him. Jake strode in, all confidence and athletic grace. He was even more handsome in person, but as he approached, a flicker of something, disappointment, crossed his face. He greeted her with a quick, distracted hug, his eyes darting around the restaurant. "You look different," he said, his tone flat. Samantha's stomach clenched. He scanned the menu, not even bothering to hide his impatience. The waiter arrived and Jake ordered a steak, rare, and a protein shake, no carbs. He barely glanced at Samantha as she ordered the salmon and a glass of wine. She tried to make conversation, asking about his marathon training. He responded with one-word answers, his attention already elsewhere. The food arrived, the delicious aroma doing little to lighten the mood. As Samantha savored a bite of her salmon, she noticed Jake staring at her plate. "You're really going to eat all that?" he asked, his tone laced with judgment. "Don't you watch your figure?" Samantha's fork froze midway to her mouth. The blood rushed to her face, hot and stinging. "Excuse me," she managed, her voice shaking. Jake shrugged, nonchalantly cutting into his steak, just saying you wouldn't have to worry about your weight if you laid off the carbs. He continued talking, spewing unsolicited advice about diet and exercise, completely oblivious to the hurt and anger etched on Samantha's face. Every word was a blow to her self-esteem. Was this what dating had become, a platform for judgment and unsolicited advice? Something inside Samantha snapped. The years of insecurity, of shrinking herself down to fit other people's expectations, rose up in a tidal wave of fury. She put down her fork, the clatter echoing in the stunned silence. "You know what, Jake?" she said, her voice low but steady. "You're right, I do enjoy my food, and I don't need your permission or your judgment to do so." He stared at her, his mouth agape. "I'm not someone you can fix or change, Jake, and frankly, you're not even worth the effort." With that, she stood up, grabbed her purse, and walked out of the restaurant, leaving Jake speechless in her wake. The cool night air felt like a balm on her skin. Tears streamed down her face, but this time, they weren't tears of sadness. They were tears of relief, of liberation. She had found her voice, and it was powerful. As she hailed a cab, Samantha realized something important. She deserved respect, she deserved kindness, and she deserved a partner who loved her for who she was, curves and all.